What's happening, everyone? Brian Mello here again with Marty's Buick GMC. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the Hummer we were supposed to get and why it might have been better than the Hummer EV. Let's get into it. So by now, I'm sure most, if not all of you, have already seen the Hummer EV reveal. You know what's coming. You've looked it up. You've researched it. If not, the reveal's right there. Now, don't get me wrong. The Hummer EV is going to be insane. But it's not exactly the Hummer that I was hoping for. Let me explain. Back in 2007, when the Hummer brand was actually still a thing, there were rumors flying around everywhere about a much anticipated Wrangler Killer. I know that is always getting thrown around, but it looked like this was actually happening because in 2008, GM revealed the new Hummer HX concept vehicle at the North American Auto Show. It was finally happening. We were actually getting the Hummer that I think we all wanted. The HX was about the same width of the Hummer H3 at 81 inches, but it was 10 inches shorter at 171. It was a body-on-frame design, full-time four-wheel drive SUV with a center-locking diff on its own custom chassis. It was powered by a 304 horsepower, 3.6-liter E85 capable V6 engine. Now remember, E85 was kind of a little bit of a weird thing back then. Not as common as it is now. It also had 15-inch Brembos on all four corners with 6 piston calipers up front and 4 at the rear. The thing must have stopped on a dime. Now, of course, in order to give the Wrangler a real run for its money, Hummer HX had a removable top, doors, rear hatch, and fenders. I have to say the slant back, too, just makes the whole thing way cooler. I've always been a huge fan of the slant back look on Hummer since I was a kid. I don't know why. It just looked badass. Let me know what you think. Which one did you like more? It also had a built-in winch in the front bumper, full underbody armor, and it rolled around on 20-inch beadlock wheels wrapped in custom 35-inch Bridgestone Dueler tires, which oddly enough, if you look here, they look just like the new Federal Explorer MTS mud tires that were just released to the market. I'm wondering if something happened there. As for the suspension, the Hummer HX got orange Fox Racing coilovers with 2-inch shocks and 2.5-inch springs, providing 9 inches of travel up front and 11 at the rear. You also had 13 inches of ground clearance. It could handle a 60% grade and cruise through 2 feet of water while transporting 4 passengers and keeping them dry. The inside of the HX was primarily aluminum and sort of had like this retro aircraft vibe. The floor was rubber coated and there was no traditional radio. You got speakers and a hookup for your MP3 or iPod. Remember, iPods were a thing back then. Now, this is what we were supposed to get. This was going to happen. Everyone was stoked about this thing. But when the economy crashed, well, as we all know, that was the end of Hummer and the end of our HX dreams. Then comes the Chevy Blazer rumors. Those things started coming around and I had my fingers crossed. I'm not going to lie. I thought for sure that the HX was going to live on as the new Blazer. But of course, that didn't happen. And then I hear that GM is getting the new Hummer, and I think, oh, we're getting it this time. This is going to be it. But we got the Hummer EV instead. And again, I think the Hummer EV is going to be epic. I pre-ordered an edition one myself, but I can't help think about how awesome this thing could have been. This could have been a total competitor with the Wrangler, and it would have given that new Bronco a run for its money. Now, a little bit of good news. I know I'm really optimistic here. There still might be a chance. As slim as it may be, in January of 2020, GM Authority received spy photos, which you can see right here, of the Hummer HX prowling around the GM Milford Proving Grounds. And I can't help but think, like, hey, maybe they're still going to make it a thing. And I know it's doubtful, especially with the big EV push by GM, but hey, a man can hope. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the Hummer HX concept. Would you have been more excited if this had been the option over the Hummer EV? Would you be interested in this even with the Hummer EV already being released? Let's say GM came out with it next year or the following year, which I don't think is going to happen, but once again, a man can dream. As always, I thank you all for watching. Please consider liking, subscribing, and supporting my channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.